Welcome back to Morning Manna. It has been so good hanging out with you so far this week, and I am excited for what we have in store today. We are in day 5 of looking at Christ's example of humility, and we are picking back up in Philippians chapter 2, verses 10 and 11. Today we are going to look at the L in our word for this week, which is humble. So for today, the L stands for Lord. Now, I know it seems a little backwards that the word Lord would be used to describe Jesus' example of humility, but what I want to concentrate on today is actually an extension of what we touched on yesterday with obedience. I think the hardest part for me has always been the act of humility to really realize that I don't make a good God. It takes a particular level of humility for each of us to admit that we need a Savior and to place our complete trust in someone other than ourselves. Ultimately, what is going to happen in the end is that every knee will bow in heaven and on earth and under the earth, and tongue will confess that Jesus is Lord, to the glory of God the Father. You know, we just spent 4 weeks in a sermon series titled Who is Lord, and I really enjoyed digging deeply into the concept of lordship. Ultimately, whoever or whatever is Lord of our lives is who or what is going to call the shots or take precedence over our decisions. The reality is that Jesus is Lord regardless of whether we act or believe like He is. The issue then becomes, who is the Lord of our life? It is easy to give lip service to the idea that Jesus is Lord of my life. The important part is whether or not the fruit of my life indicates such a declaration. What I love about the Lordship of Jesus in our lives is how it is vastly different than what we would typically think of lordship. I mean, usually I would think of a lord as a king, like ruling over a nation or people, and that type of lordship can be extremely oppressive and terrifying to live under. However, Jesus' lordship is quite the opposite. His lordship offers his followers the fruits of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. No doubt many of you listening to that might have already started singing the song that goes along with that. Those are the things and so much more that we can expect to experience when we allow Jesus to truly be the Lord of our lives. Well, again, thanks for hanging out with me today for a bit as we continue to walk through this amazing passage in Philippians. I hope you are enjoying your time. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. God bless.